Today is President's Day, a legal holiday, and some of you might be teachers or state public employees. You're in luck because we have Ken Butsey here to help us. Tell us why having you here today is particularly important for these people watching.
Well, what we're going to talk about are people who have pension programs that are not part of Social Security. Okay, so a teacher, a fireman, a policeman, a federal employee like a postal worker or an FBI agent, anyone like that, they are not paying into Social Security on the money that they earn from that job.
Okay, now I have a question. If they have another job,
that's right,
they do pay Social Security though?
Most likely. For instance, teachers do a lot of tutoring.
Right.
Policemen do a lot of security on what they call off-duty jobs. Firemen, every fireman I know is a handyman of some kind.
Right.
And so they may be paying into Social Security on that job that they have. Well, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, what do they need to know? I'm confused. What's the difference?
Okay. Well, the difference is it's just a totally different pension system, okay? But in 1983, Congress created the Social Security Act of 1983, which created something called the windfall elimination provision.
Okay.
Windfall, like you're really.
Why does that sound good to me?
It doesn't. It sounds good. What you'll find a lot with these laws is that they sound good, but they have the opposite effect. So what the windfall elimination provision, WEP, you'll find it on your Social Security statement. Everyone gets a Social Security statement, looks like this.
Okay.
This is page 2 of your Social Security statement.
I recognize that.
And down here in the corner, it tells you about what the windfall elimination provision is. Basically what they are doing is they are saying if you're getting a pension from a government entity pension that wasn't part of Social Security, then if you're also entitled to a Social Security check, they're going to reduce your Social Security check. And why I'm bringing this up now is because we often get someone that'll come into the office and they've done a great job of planning for their retirement. They get their statement from the state teachers retirement system and it says I'm going to get $1,000 a month. They get their Social Security statement and it says I'm going to get $1,100 a month, and they add it up and they think, well, I'm getting $2,100 a month.
So they plan their lifestyle accordingly.
Yeah, and we have to break the news to them that no, the Social Security part of it may be reduced.
Okay, are you hearing this? Wait a minute. This is not fair, though, because they worked at a different job. They put in Social Security all along the way, and then they get to collect it, and now that it's reduced?
Correct. I don't want to get into the argument on fairness or not because I side with you, but I have to deal in the real world where it is what it is, you know. There's also another provision, if you would like. It's called the government pension offset that affects spouses who then inherit their spouse's Social Security retirement. And this one, I told you on the windfall elimination provision can be reduced. In 2010, it could be reduced as much as $381. The government pension offset can actually be reduced down to zero.
No, wait. Are you saying that they then take money out of the pension?
What happens is say you have a job and your husband has a job and you are entitled to your husband's Social Security, but you have a state pension on your own.
Okay.
They're going to reduce the Social Security benefit that you would get from your husband that you were entitled to by 2/3.
2/3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know that people know this. So what this means is if you aren't informed on this and you get ready to retire and you have a lifestyle plan that you're humming along wanting to do, you need help to realize this is going to come out of your check.
It'd be best to plan ahead, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and actually, if you look at this is my Geico moment, okay? If you look at the good news about this, you know, they actually tell you this in the bottom corner here, that even if your Social Security on the government pension offset is reduced to zero, you'll still be eligible for Medicare. So
great.
You get that part.
All right. So what I'm hoping you learn from today is if you need to sift through all this information, you're going to want to give Ken a call. And you can get a hold of him at 751, that's 216-751-4229, and your website is integrityfirstplanners.com.
Correct.
As always, thank you so much for such great information.
Thank you.
Stay tuned because we have Romance Review coming up.
Next, when the name of the game is filing a claim, working with a partner is important. We'll set some ground rules. Then, the route of a relationship can get rocky. Coach Kathy gives some direction on winding your way back to romance.